leading up to today, basically what you're seeing today is this. This is a child abuse system. This is the perpetrators. The perpetrators are created from child abuse. That's what they do to their own children. They fracture the minds of their kids. They do dissociative disorder. We'd call it MK Ultra, mind control, orgies, child sacrifice, ritual. It was all about expressing yourself and going past all the taboos to become God. That was their whole goal.
The reason I wanted to talk to everybody here today is because over the course of the last week or two, we have found out without notification that Amazon.com, for which we have 6 of our movies on there, our film A Child's Voice, which has been on there for over 1.5 years in the UK, the United States, and now 70 other countries, was suddenly, without notification, removed entirely from their platform.
Parce que l'art est une façon de toucher, de changer le comportement beaucoup plus direct et puissant que beaucoup d'autres. Et dans les arts, un des plus importants, les plus puissants pour toucher en particulier la jeunesse, c'est le cinéma. Donc faire en sorte que le cinéma soit une arme pour prendre conscience de l'importance de travailler dans l'intérêt des générations futures est évidemment naturel. C'est d'ailleurs aussi naturel parce que le cinéma depuis toujours est lanceur d'alerte. Le cinéma depuis longtemps, depuis toujours, prend conscience et fait prendre conscience des drames économiques, sociaux, écologiques, démocratiques de notre temps.
Le film anti-pédocriminalité, censuré par Amazon. Vous allez le voir où?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Is everything set? Yes.
This man tried to convince my boyfriend to start kidnapping kids and sell them.
You piece of shit! Can you hear me?
Who's there?
If you fucking run, Bill will find you, and they will hurt you.
Looks like you need some new clothes.
I need you to have your shit together! Do you fucking understand?
Help me. I'm getting stronger.
I'll help you.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
C'est pour ça qu'on crée l'Envers TV. Préabonnez-vous sur Tipeee.
When the Me Too movement started in 2017, I reached out to several of my female actress friends who were prominent in LA. You would know them by name. Many of them you would know by just their look, because you go, oh, that was her in that movie or that movie. And I said, well, what about the children? What about the children? And the response was, we know. But they were silent on it. And it destroyed me because it destroyed my illusion of what rights, human rights were, children's rights were. This is a child abuse system that we have been living in for a very long time, and it's been allowed to go on. And I will not be silent about this. This is a bigger problem because most people know in that world, in the world that I come from in Hollywood, that it is a hidden layer that everybody knows is there. Every single time there is a disclosure in Hollywood, all of these kids, I worked there for 20 years, I saw shit that nobody should see. I didn't partake in things, it was just right in front of me, out in the open. These kids, when you see Britney Spears, when you see Amanda Bynes, when you see any of these young pop stars have meltdowns, that's not because they're famous. That's not because of the pressures of stardom and the money getting to them. It's because they're sexually abused and handed around like candy. This has been going on for decades, forever. Hollywood is just the most publicly visible because it's out in our faces, it's on our airways, it's on our TV all the time, it's in our music industry. You would not believe the level of satanic crap that is in there. The predators are not just raping and having sex and torturing and beating these kids. They're murdering them for pleasure. This is not a pedophile. These are psychopaths. And they have no remorse whatsoever in what they're doing. This satanic shit that is going on in our music industry and in Hollywood too, but mostly in the music industry, is so out there. Once you look at it and you see the occult symbolism, they use it in everything. Baphomet is everywhere. Pentagram is all over the place, and they sew it into the consciousness of these young kids through witchcraft and all sorts of fun stuff. They make it fun. They make it sound fun.
Leading up to today, basically what you're seeing today is this. This is a child abuse system. This is the perpetrators. The perpetrators are created from child abuse. That's what they do to their own children. They fracture the minds of their kids. They do dissociative disorder. We call it MK Ultra mind control. There's also Frankenism. It's 1600s. Where there was a cult of over 1 million people whose leader Zevi had sex with his own daughter, did orgies, child sacrifice, ritual. It was all about expressing yourself and going past all the taboos to become God. That was their whole goal. They have torture for all of their kids. Some of the people that I know personally from families of the Illuminati, who I've met over these last 3 years, talk about being turned upside down and electrocuted with a car battery for 18 hours. They do this because they want the child to call out to God, and God will not be there for them, and this is how they begin the programming. This is a war that has been waged for a very long time. We are at a turning point of humanity where consciousness is rising. The collective consciousness of sex trafficking is rising. It is going to lead to the unfolding of looking at child abuse as a whole, where it comes from, how do we prevent it, how do we reduce it.